Diddy got sentenced today, right? And I believe that every single human being that walk on the surface of the earth, that break the law, should do time. I don't care who that person is. As long as you break the law, you should do the time. With that being said, I've seen a lot of video flying on TikTok, Facebook, and all of that the amount of time that Diddy got is not enough. He should have got 12 years, 13 years, 14 years. People just throwing numbers out there. But the thing is, the person that we all said that, they all did it together, Cassie was already compensated with $30 million, chilling somewhere with her husband in Ireland, and which I don't strongly believe that Diddy, forced Cassie to do everything that she did. But I think, Diddy also have the power and the personality to be able to, intimidate Cassie to do some certain things. But I just don't believe that everything was forced on Cassie, right? When you see all the testimonies, when you see all the other guy that was doing videos and what Cassie did and stuff like that. So my question is, do you guys think that the amount of time that Diddy got, which was 4 years, was he enough? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will be right back. Let's listen to the S part.
The judge has just sentenced Sean Diddy Combs to 4 years in prison. He was found guilty over the summer on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution in connection with his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura and another woman, but was acquitted on more serious charges that could have sent him to prison for life.
I think there was no merit to the RICO charges. I think that's the reason why he was not charged, because I feel like if there was a merit to it, if you really hold power, and they would have been able to bring that RICO charges to life and sentence him for that as well.
Let's get right to our chief investigative correspondent, Aaron Katersky, who's been following this trial from the beginning. He joined us from outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. So, Aaron, we just got the verdict right there. We know that Combs himself spoke to the judge. The judge responded. Lay out the sentencing here and what went down in the courtroom today.
This was a very long sentencing hearing, which Sean Combs himself, once larger than life, was left begging for mercy, standing at the defense table, telling the judge that he's a changed man, apologizing for his behavior. But that request for a lenient sentence of time served was rejected by the judge, Arun Subramanian, who said it was insufficient to send the kind of message that he wanted to send, that violence against women must be met with real accountability. And so he sentenced Sean Combs to 4 years in prison. That's not as much as federal prosecutors here wanted. They wanted 11 years in prison, reminding the judge that Sean Combs has a penchant for violence and abuse, pointing to 2016 hotel security video showing Combs attacking Cassie Ventura. Combs says he knows that video intimately. He apologized to Cassie Ventura. The judge said 11 years was unreasonable, but 4 years is just the right amount, the judge said, to send a message to Sean Combs, to victims of domestic violence, that their accounts will be taken seriously.
Everything. I think in this case, they probably lost up to $50 million already from settlement to this, is that. I think the judge kind of put all that into perspective, knowing that, okay, this man is going to go behind bar for the next 4 years. I think that was, already, teach him a lesson to be a reformed person, to be a changed man, to be a better citizen, to be a good person to everybody he come across, and be a good person to humanity. So I think the judges see it from that point of view and decide not to give him, 12 years, and like the prosecutor wanted, like everybody on social media, especially the female. I understand that why some women feel like he should probably go to jail for 20 years or 25 years, whatever that may be. But at the end of the day, I hope that this kind of teach him a lesson, knowing that this life, what goes around comes around. Common is something else. Common is like a loan. It is like a loan. You have to pay it off. If you don't pay it off, it's going to come at you. So sometimes, usually when you're doing things to people, you're saying things, you think you're larger than life, you're a mogul, you this, you that. Be careful. Especially when you're climbing a ladder, right? Be careful that people actually hold that ladder for you to climb, and they have a lot of debt, a lot of information in you. And when I have time to air that shit out, trust me, they're gonna drag you all the way down. So be good, be nice, don't be a horrible person to other people. So now I think this Diddy case will serve a lot of people right, knowing that sometimes life does not always work like that. With that being said, folks, I want you guys to listen to what this guy is saying, that allegedly that 50 Cent helped send Cohn to prison because of the message he sent to the judge, allegedly. So I want you guys to listen to it. I'll be right back.
$50 Cent is the reason why Diddy was just sentenced to 50 months in prison. He already served a year, so he got about 4 years left. And this letter that 50 Cent wrote to the judge is the reason why. Dear Judge Subramanian, I've had an ongoing dispute with Puffy for over 20 years. He is very dangerous. Multiple times I have feared for my life. I think you should consider the safety of the general public before unleashing him upon them. There hasn't been enough time for him to reform or make any adjustment, despite him trying to teach a class in there. As you are already aware, the government has spent the maximum amount of money on deploying federal agencies, which appear to be an army in 2 locations simultaneously. Later, his son, who's dealing with his own rape allegations, claimed that the feds had hit the wrong house. Anyway, Diddy's only going to return to hiring more male ex-workers and keeping most of the baby oil away from the general public. And babies need it! Exclamation point. My Netflix documentary on the scandalous subject is coming. So yeah, there you go. 50 Cent writing that letter to the judge, man, just got Diddy 50 years in prison, man. The judge was probably going to give him man time served, man. But once 50 Cent wrote that letter, he was like, oh wait, there's a documentary coming? Oh, I can't fuck this up, man. I gotta fucking spam this by giving him 50 months.
Anybody can just influence George by sending them a text message or email, whatever, allegedly. So for me, I don't believe that. I just think it's Cohn, P. Diddy, it has a name, he's a mogul. At this point, everybody just try to use him as a clickbait. We like to kick people when they're on the ground, which is a thing that every human being do. Not every human being, which some people do. I think it's okay to make a video about some situation, but it's okay to also be respectful of whosoever that person may be. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, and not just all about the click and the views and the bait. But at the end of the day, do you guys think it's true that 50 Cent allegedly sent a message to the judge that influenced his time that he gave to Diddy Cohn? Let me know if you guys have any information like that, or if you guys heard anything like that in the comment section below. And this is Diddy family live in the courthouse after Diddy was sentenced, and he has to do it. You commit a crime, you do the time. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I don't care who you are. I don't care your status, whatever you think you are. You're a king, whosoever you think you are. If you commit a crime, you have to do the time. If you're guilty, you're guilty, right? Nobody should be above the law, because if some people are above the law, then there is no law. Because what is good for the goose is good for the gander. So, and the hypocrisy and the double standard of today's society is mind-boggling, right? It's really mind-blowing.
Your daddy got 4 years. Your daddy got 4 years. Are you sad? Puffy got 4 years. We love you. Your dad got 4 years. Your daddy got 4 years. Your daddy got 4 years for abusing women. That's wrong. You should get more. Yeah, I'm looking at you too. I'm looking at you too. Light skin thing, I'm looking at you too.